Don't know what happened there. Now I'm back, you know. So, guys, chime in. The number is 563-999-1980. If you want to call in and be live and heard on the air. For you guys know, this is the Prince Talk segment. When I come in, I kind of talk about what I have going on, what I've done. We just talk about some financial topics too, to see what you guys think. Last time I wasn't on last week. Got caught up with a couple things, but I'm back this week to come in and talk to everybody and see what they want to talk about tonight. I know it's a little late, but hey, it is what it is. I don't have a set time of when I do these and things like that. So one of the first things going in the news is let's speak about the market first. The market itself has been kind of choppy as of late, going up and going down, things like that. A lot of volatility. Brendan L, what's going on? I see people live in the chat room. Like I said, if you guys want to talk to me live and ask me anything, what's going on, you guys? Is lives going in our lives and things like that, investing, all of the good stuff like that. Feel free to come in tonight. And I want to say thanks to everybody out there. I haven't announced it, made a big announcement about it yet, but this YouTube channel alone has crossed over 20,000 subscribers. 20,000, man, that's a lot. Who's that? Black Lion 816. What's going on? Black Lion. I'm kind of slow, so 816. What's going on? Everybody that's live in the chat room for reaching out and all of the good stuff like that. So the last time I was on, I had a lot of trolls. What I've noticed is by this channel growing, by the brand growing and things like that. When we started out in the beginning, it wasn't that many, people. And, by having that small, close knit people, we didn't have to worry about a whole lot of foolery, right? The people that would call in to the show, the people that would email me and comment, it was all serious people. People learning different things, different topics about investing from all the topics that we're hitting. And, as of lately, unfortunately, it comes with the territory that, you get a lot of foolery now, you know. A lot of foolery with Brendan L. Man, you moved out of Hawaii at a great time. Yeah, you're right. Man, it's smoking over there, man. People kept inboxing me like, hey, I see you, this is going on in Hawaii. How you doing in Hawaii? I'm like, what's going on in Hawaii then? Man, I turn on the news and I see some of my buddies that are talking, and I'm like, goodness gracious, you know. Um, it's like goodness gracious, it's really burning up over there. So it was pretty crazy. Yeah, yeah, I definitely moved out at a good time. Yeah, you're right, Brent. Hold on, I got a call coming in. One second. Hold on, make sure I got this right. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, wait.
Unmuted.
Hello, this is Investor Show.
Hello?
Hey, what's
Yeah,
going
hi.
on?
How you doing, man? Listen, I'm calling because I'd like to make an investment into your anus.
Say again.
I would like to make an investment into your anus.
See, there we go. That's troll number one. so, but anyway, but yeah, you're right, Brent. Black Lion. That yeah, it's come with the territory. When you grow, you get people that will uh, come in and call in to say something crazy or whatnot or whatever the case may be. But that's something that we didn't have to worry about back in the day. But now we have people that are come in. You have to worry about trolls and stuff like that. But hey, it's pretty cool. Brandon Walker, what's going on? I see you in the chat room. But let's talk about a couple things that's going on right now. One of the big things that I discovered, I hope you picked up off of the video. KG Black says, pleasant day to you and yours, my bro. I tried so many times to have a sidebar with, I guess, with about amazing business opportunity in financial services, which was presented to me. Okay. D Brooks, you never did you email me your address? Did you email me your address, D Brooks? I remember you won a book. I can't remember what book it was, but I was looking for your address. You got to send me your address to askprince at royalfinancials.com. And whatever you send me, that's what you need to, what you call it. You know, I can't, I know a lot of people write in, they comment, they win a book or a prize or something like that. Then I'm waiting on your address because, unless you want to put your address in the description box, that I can do it that way, but I have no way to get it out to you unless you send me your address. But I do remember you winning a book. I can't remember what book it was. I think it was one of my books or something like that, or somebody else's book. But I know you won a book, but I never got your address. KG Black, you're saying about a financial services that was presented to you. I don't know what you're talking about. That don't even sound like a proper Gmail account. Yeah, it says some at GM. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Gmail. Yes. See? Yeah, definitely. I remember that. So yeah, definitely. I definitely remember that. I know there's been a ton of people that won stuff off the show. People won books or whatever the case may be. So that was definitely a good, a good thing. I always try to be 100% with my word. If I tell you I'm going to send you something or you win something, then I'm definitely going to try to get it out to you. But a lot of people do that. Some people they win stuff, and I say, hey, send me your email address. Send me your address or address you want me to send it to. And sometimes some people don't send them, and I don't know where to send it to. So, but anyway, let's go back to today. We've seen a lot of up and down, choppy movement going on because of the tariffs. KG, he said, I apologize. KG Black, call in, talk about it. We'd have to go back and forth. If you don't mind, you say you apologize. You give me your email address. KG, tell us about your business, what your financial services business is. Because just being 100% honest, I get a lot of emails. I get a ton of emails, and then some of the emails are kind of redundant, where someone is asking for something that I've already done. Someone is asking for something that I've already put out, and replying back to the same message over and over and over and over, it gets a little tiresome. So then you have other business inquiries that are in there and stuff like that. So I'm not very good on getting to all of everybody's particular emails and every single email that's intertwined. Then you got people that just write stupid stuff. Some people just troll your email box. So sometimes that clutter your email box too. So, then I get a lot of thank yous. A lot of people say, hey, thank you, I learned this or I learned that or whatever the case may be. So that's cool too. But anyway, the point I was making was that, I think on Friday the market went up. Hold on one second. Hi, everyone, live. Okay, Adrian Walker is live from Tallahassee, Florida. All right, Tallahassee in the building. We see you. I don't know, everybody else tell me where you're from. The last time I was on live, there was a lot of people from Portland, Oregon, and the UK, and Dallas was in here, Alabama, Mississippi, all over the place. So definitely appreciate that. Oh, Maryland, J Stay Hip. Hey, J Stay Hip, I see you. Definitely appreciate that support, man. I definitely see your name a lot in the comments and the books, and not the books, but the comments and things like that. Brandon L, that's another one, St. Louis, right? St. Louis is in the building. We have Maryland in the building. We got Tallahassee, Florida in the building tonight. Those are the people that wrote in. I'm here in Denver, Colorado. I'll be flying out tomorrow. I'll be in San Diego. Be in San Diego for a week doing some financial specialist training. So I'll be out there for the week. I keep moving around, a good bit. Another thing is, if you guys haven't seen, I did the Children's Financial Literacy Expo at Gateway High School. If you haven't seen that particular video, definitely check out that video. One second. KG Black says, please email me when time permit. I give you all the information. I prefer to share with you before exposing it over the air, if that's okay with you. KG Black, you need to email me at askprince@royalfinancials.com. My email is in the description box. Email me that first because I'm not, once these chats go off, once I get off alive, remembering to email this person and that person, it becomes a lot sometimes. So just shoot me over an email. Let me know that we spoke over the air, what it is that you have, and we'll just go about it that way. Okay, Sunchase Media says, new investor here. Started in January, swing and day trading. Lost a lot of money, but for the past month, I've had a buy and hold strategy and had gains all my money back. Is this the best way? Sunchase Media, if you want to call in to talk about that, you can call in. But so essentially, what she's saying, he or she, is saying that they started off with swing trading. Swing traders are people that catch. Jay Stay here say, good question. Swing trading is when people try to catch big momentums in the market, whether it's going up. Like right now, we had a lot of volatility. Volatility is when it's going up and down. Uh, Hold on, we got somebody calling in. See if this is a troll. Hold on one second. Oh, are you on there? This is Investor Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, man? It's Sundays, man. I just sent you a text.
Who is this?
No, I had sent you a message about it started in January.
Oh, okay, okay. Go ahead. What's going on, son?
Yeah.
All right, cool, cool. Where you calling from?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. is in the house. So essentially, you said
Yeah.
you was doing a lot of swing trading, right? And
So yeah, so for the longest time, man, I've had a lot of money saved up in my savings account, and out of nowhere, one of my homies said, "Yeah, man, why don't you go invest in the stock market?" I said, "All right, cool." So I learned on my own, and I'm all about feeling fast, and I feel fast, man. You know what I'm saying? I started day trading, swing trading, and lost a lot of money, but during that period where I lost all that money, I started researching and started, learning new strategies. And recently, I said, okay, let me just go ahead and buy and hold. And that's kind of where I've started to, actually seeing my account grow. And I've actually broken even, and I'm actually, starting to see my account grow a little bit higher.
mm-hmm.
So I wanted to know, like, is that the strategy? Like, is that the best approach for a person like myself?
Just going off of what I know and what I've seen, it's just that most people, most novice investors, beginners, and things like that, when you get into that swing trading and day trading, it's a losing man's game, right? Because only 92%, only 8% of people that does that will have a gain over time, right?
Right.
So, but the buy and hold strategy for people out there that's listening, they said that's how the pros do it, buy and hold. Yeah. So when you look at one of the greatest investors of all time, you heard of Warren Buffett.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So you heard of Warren Buffett. So he's a big buy and hold guy. So for a person like me, I've done that. Swing trade, option trade, forex trade,
Right.
things like that. You will make some money. You will lose some money because you got to think of it
Right.
this way. What is the why? What is the whole purpose of the stock market?
I mean, to invest long term.
So, well, I mean, what's the whole purpose of a company? Why is Facebook a publicly traded company?
So they can gain money over time.
Right. So that
And
they're
so
there
that they can
to they're there to get money from the public, right?
right,
So the whole purpose of a company going to Wall Street is to make money. If it was designed for exactly right, people in the chat room saying to raise money. Somebody asked me, was I a millionaire? Hell no. But the whole question is, the whole purpose of me taking my company public is to make money from the public, right? And
right,
when I make money from the to make money from the public, if it was so easy, if you can just open up an account and everybody just start swing trading and start making money, then the stock market will crash. It would be no purpose for it, right?
right,
So it
right,
is there to make money. Facebook is there to make money. Apple is there to make money. They're taking money from the public to invest into their company. That's why a whole purpose of a company, that's why Wall Street is in existence, is to make money. So when you go in there thinking that, hey, I'm going to take money, yeah, you see a bunch of
right,
bull crap out there about people, I'm taking this much money from the market, I'm swing trading, option trading. Yeah, they may make some money, but over time, those people will become losers. So when you're playing that swing trading game, you are in the realm of being the lower 92% that lose. 92% of that will lose over time,
Interesting.
right?
Right.
So
Right.
by you buying and holding, you are now transitioning to the winning side, right? So for prime example, how do you know if your investment is doing good or not?
I mean, based on the percentage gain.
Like if you gave me $10,000 a day, right? 5 years later, I have $12,000 for you, right? I have grown your $10,000 into $12,000. How would you gauge to know if I done it good, to done a good job?
And that's another question I have. Like, so how do I know if the gain that I'm making is good enough? So, if all right, let's just say for instance I had $60,000,
Mm-hmm.
and over the course of a year I earn about $10,000 in the stock market, unrealized, of course, not selling or anything. Is that satisfactory?
This is I'm glad you asked that question, right? The benchmark of finance, the measuring stick of investing is the S&P 500, right?
Right.
Last
Right.
year, right? Let's say if you made 10% last year. Let's use your scenario. You had $50,000 last year, and you turned your $50,000 into you made $2,000 or whatever the case may be, right?
Right.
If you're wondering, you're like, whoa, I started with 50,000. I made money. Is this adequate? The number one thing
Right.
everybody gauges themselves against is the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 is
Gotcha.
the benchmark of finance. Last year, the S&P went up 20%. So if you made under 20% last year, you underperformed. So
Gotcha.
that is the S and
Gotcha.
P 500, and I have a ton of videos on this channel that show you how to in TD Ameritrade and Scott Trade. You can look at a mutual fund, you can look at an ETF, you can look at any stock, and you can measure it against the S and P 500.
Gotcha. Right.
So you
Right.
have
Right.
to measure it against that is the benchmark of finance. If you get a mutual fund report, it will always compare to the S&P 500. So that's another thing, that goes back to financial literacy because I had some NFL athletes that are like, "Hey, I had gave somebody $60,000 back in 2011, and today I have they turned my $60,000 into $80,000, right? So they made twenty thousand
Right.
dollars off of $60,000 over 7 years. And they're like, well, I think it's good because it's more than what I started at. And I say, you know what? Historically, the S&P 500 before inflation is calculated is 10%. Once the inflation is calculated,
Right.
it is
Right.
7%, right? So I have to look at it. I say, well, if you to put that $60,000 into the S&P 500, yes, Brandon, I do use Robinhood, not that much. That was in the chat room. So if I put my money into you can use a compound calculator. I use a compound calculator called I can't think of it right now. It's tons of compound interest calculator, you know.
Right.
And what it does is I will get to you in a second, Brandon. Now, the thing about it is I go in and I calculate. Hey, if I started off with $5,000 and it compounded 7% annually, how much money would I
Right.
have? That's my benchmark. And if your investment strategy, style, I don't care if you're swing trading, option trading, buying, holding, if it is not beating the S&P 500, you would have been better off investing your money into the S&P 500.
So while I have you, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I've been holding for the past month, and I'm starting to actually see gains. And I'm noticing that stocks running a range often, right? So just to give you my positions, Amazon, Twitter, Square are my positions. And I'm noticing that right now they're at their highs, right? So based on the past, it says that these stocks are going to go down again.
Mm-hmm.
Do I just hold the downward and everybody says buy the dip?
Now,
Do I just go ahead and just hold and just expect these stocks to go back up if they do go down? Or
what stocks do you have?
so it's Twitter, Amazon, and Square are my long hold.
So you have Twitter, Amazon, and who else?
And Square.
And Square. Okay. Now, okay, I'm gonna have to put another call on hold. 1 second. So now that
So, so my question is,
mm-hmm.
these stocks are, they run in ranges,
Mm-hmm.
and they're expected to go down. Like Twitter goes from 36 to 30, 36, 30. As a first-time long holder, and I'm trying to go long term with these stocks. I just hold them, right? I'm trying to convince myself.
Yes.
Don't sell these stocks expecting them to go back down.
Now, this is the thing, right? I would do this, right? I will do this if I was you, for example. You need to have
Right.
majority of your money put into the index, S&P 500, right? Because
Okay.
right now you are overly, you're not diversified at all. All of your stocks are pretty much in the same exact industry, which is technology, right?
True.
And
True.
if the stock market, and none of those things pay dividends, am I right?
No.
So none of them pays dividends. So if the stock market was to crash tomorrow and it was down, say because Amazon is at $1,500 a day. I can't remember the exact number. Say if it's at $1,500 a day. Say if it shoots down to $1,200.
1650.
How much it is?
1640.
1640, right? Is it 1640 a day?
16, yes.
Say if it went down to 1,200 and it took 2-3 years to come back up. And in 2-3 years, how can you make money? You're just waiting for it to rebound.
But see, that's why. That's it. But I'm sticking to the strategy of having money in cash so that I could buy the dip. Because that's what I've been told to do. Like, you buy the dip. So I have money in cash.
Okay, that's great, right? That's great. You do have money in cash. But my thing is, you need to be diversified. And what I mean by diversified, if you got your technology stocks, great. If I was you, I would put some money into the index, because if you put money into the index, right now the index is paying 1.7% dividends, right? And I want to put all my money in there. Every month I will be purchasing the S&P 500, right?
Gotcha.
That way you got the top 500 companies, and even if your technology stocks dip down, right, and you decide, hey, you can liquidate some of your cash, you can take some of your cash, get into some of your technology stocks, but also get into spread your investments out, because right now you're very lump-sided, right? Yes,
Right. Yep.
You got to think about it. We've been in a bull market. We've been in a bull market over 8 years. The market has been going up. It's becoming very choppy. Now you got to ask yourself, where are some other ways I can diversify my funds, right?
Right.
So what are some ways I can diversify my funds or whatnot? Because right now you're in that position where if Facebook, Twitter, and Square, those technology companies take a hit.
Hello?
One second. So technology companies take a hit. All your money is placed into one thing. All right? So my thing would be, hold on to your technology stocks. Forget about that you have them. Start taking some of your liquid every month. Buy the index, S&P 500. It's a Charles Schwab one out there that charges you no transfer fee every single month, dollar cost average. If the market does collapse, you take some more cash out, and you can put money into your indexes and also to your technology stocks. Because the thing about it is, we don't know when the next market crash is going to happen. If you do know, please give me a call and let me know. All right?
No, as a new investor, I thought it was going to happen every day. But, over time, I started to realize that, this market does fluctuate. And, it reaches its bottom and goes back up. Correct.
Don't buy stock unless it's a down day. When you see Dow Jones down 300 points, down this many points, down this many points, down this many points, those are the days you buy, right? You say, you just buy it, forget about it. Buy it, forget about it. Buy it, forget about it, right? So those are, and you're doing it in the smart way. We all know what Amazon is. That's what we use every day. So, don't buy on an update. When you see the stock going up, naturally your head wants to be like, man, I should get some more. Don't worry about it that day, because it will have down days.
Yeah. When I was first getting started, I was like, oh, man, I'm being left behind. I got to get in. Yeah, so, that whole thing.
Yeah, but, it will have a down day.
Yeah. No,
guaranteed.
No, I appreciate you, man. I want to let you go, man. Fan of the podcast and everything, so I appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate it. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. The Investor Show, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Sam.
Where you calling from, Sam?
I'm calling from Boston.
What's up? What's your question?
Well, I kind of got a story. I got myself into some really bad debt. I was paying off one credit card with another, and lately I've just been getting into a whole lot of debt because I had to invest in like a penile implant surgery. I get my package up to the
All right, we got it. Oh, there we go. But anyway, that was a good caller before we got the troll. But thanks for the troll calling in. But anyway, that was a good caller where he was stating that, hey, I have a bunch of technology stocks that are doing good right now, and I'm in the process of how should I diversify? Should I just hold? Should I go for the long run? And if you got technology stocks, they have the most growth. So my thing is, um, no, Brandon L. They're not calling private. Some people, I don't answer private numbers. If you call in from an unknown number, I don't answer. So yeah, people are nuts. People are crazy. Like I said in the beginning of this thing, you know, uh, back when I started out, I didn't have to worry about this. I had a cult following where people would send their emails or call in. But over time, as everything grown and grew, you get people that are sitting at home right now that are on their couch like, oh man, let me call the investor show and just say something crazy. But hey, it is what it is. It just comes with the territory. You got to deal with it, whatever. But anyway, yeah, you're right. Sathian says they're trying to distract you. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. But like I said, I've been on this thing for people who's really been following me. I've been on this thing for 5 years now. So over the 5 years, you develop thick skin. You should see my Instagram DMs and Facebook DMs and messages and stuff like that. Crazy, right? But hey, I don't pay attention to that because people like yourself, the people that are here live in the chat room that are listening to the playback, that's who I play for. Hold on one second. We got a call. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, it's Peter from Maryland.
Peter from Maryland. What's going on, Peter?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Listen, I've been thinking of making an investment into a gay club. So are you in, big boy?
No, I'm not.
Please come on in, please.
Okay. The Investor Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, friends? This is Brandon L.
That's what I'm talking about, Brandon. There, get one of the lawyers to call in. What's going on, Brandon? How you doing?
I cannot believe you get trolled like this. I know other YouTubers do, but I can't believe it's you.
I know, man. It's crazy. I didn't have to deal with this back in the day, but now I just get trolled all the time. I think it's pretty ridiculous that people take time out of their day to come in and troll
right.
the show. But I mean,
yes, sir. But I just got a quick question. I just want to ask, because I've been a little leery about buying some more stocks because of feeling like the market might go back down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been trying to find stuff like what to bet against the market as far as because I heard about this thing called the inverse.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to see is that a good way to bet against the market?
Yeah, I know you're talking about inverse ETFs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the inverse ETFs, for people out there that's listening, to educate people who don't know what inverse ETFs, they are ETFs that as the market, you can buy an ETF or index that goes up when the market goes up. But if the market goes down, that ETF goes down. But you have ETFs that you can make money as the market goes down. The only thing about buying inverse ETFs is that you don't know when the market is going to go down, right? That's one of my things. If I buy it today, the market is at 24, almost at 25,000 points. I don't know. That thing can go up. The market can go up to 28,000 points, and once it gets up to 28,000 points, it could decide to drop down to 25, which is still not making me profitable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that I would look into once the market starts to slide. Like once it makes this next big downturn, which we know it will happen, it don't happen all overnight.
Yeah.
It gradually take chunks and chunks. If you look at every market decline, they come down in 2008, we didn't just wake up and be like, dang, man, the market went down 10,000 points. Now we're in a recession. Recession happens gradually over time. That's when I would that's when I would look into a inverse ETF. But holding an ETF, an inverse ETF, man, especially what they're called, not the inverse, the one that make it stronger. I can't think of the name, where you can make it 3 times the bubble. I can't even think of the name. I can't. I don't know why it's not sticking in my head right now. Like you said, it's the inverse ETF, but you can make it react 3 times as stronger against the market, right? I can't think of the name right
Mm-hmm.
now. I'm pissed that I can't think of the name. But um, but having those things right now, you get what I'm saying. Where right now we're at 24,000 points. Dow Jones. Say if you brought one a day,
Yeah.
the market goes up to 28,000 points, and then let's say the market does collapse and drop all the way down to 25. But you got in at 24,000 points. That's still not making you profitable. So that's what I look at. You know, yeah, leverage. There you go, Jay. Stay here. Leverage ETFs. Leverage ETFs are what makes it stronger, right? You can have your regular inverse ETFs, but they're also leverage ETFs where you want to take an even bigger risk. For a prime example, right?
Leverage.
Yeah, leverage ETF. A
So
regular.
those like I was looking at some of them. I noticed some of them are real cheap. So that's why I wasn't really scared to buy some. You know.
Yeah, I mean they're not a bad thing. You're hedging your portfolio, but it's just with you know what? To be honest, in this choppy market right now, you probably could make some money off of those, right? You know, as soon as Trump
Right.
comes out and talks about tariffs, the market goes down. You probably could. You probably in this choppy market, current choppy market right now, you can make some money with them. But if you're a long-term investor, they're very sketchy. You know, but if you want to take like you got that regular inverse ETF, you can do a leverage inverse ETF and get an even bigger profit.
Right, because my plan was, you know, whatever money I made from the inverse, when the market goes down, I'll put it back and buy some more stocks or whatever. While because they always say buy low, don't ever buy high. So that was my plan to do
Now, if I was in your
while the
shoes,
market went.
if I was in your shoes, I would wait for a big market day. The day the market goes up 200-300 points, you know,
Uh,
that would be the day I would buy a leverage. That would be the day I would buy a leverage inverse ETF. So, because you know when it goes up, especially them days that it goes up 300 points because earnings reports, because Trump said something, because whatever the case may be, once they go up like that, I would buy an inverse ETF because it's guaranteed the market will cool off. And as it cools off,
true,
I would take my
true.
coins and I would go about it that way. Because every big jump, the market just don't. The market takes the steps up, but takes the elevator down. So those days that it just the days that it shoots up, I know you coming down. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's good advice right there.
Of course, man. That's why they call me the Prince of Investing.
Yeah, man, you saved my life, man, with the whole S&P 500. If I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't make no money. But I've been into that marijuana stock too, the TWRT. I don't know if you ever heard it. I can't. It's like a copy. I can't think of the name, but it's like a Canada marijuana stock, and it's been doing good. I bought it at $7, now it's at 30.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's real good for you. That's real good. You know, that Canadian since I'm here in Denver, I'm trying to reach out to some I want to bring some CEOs and people that are big into the marijuana industry onto the show too. So I'm definitely
Yes, sir. Man, you've been getting a lot of people too, man. You've been doing your thing, with the whole Warren Buffett
yeah.
place you went to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
meeting. Yeah, that's cool, man.
oh yeah. Definitely.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it, man. That was my second year, and I definitely put out the stuff that I can talk about. A lot of things that I was able to see and do that I wasn't able to talk about, but hopefully it matures into the future. But yeah, I go there. I was very shocked. A lot of people there knew me and remember me from last year, and they tune into the show. And
Right.
so I definitely appreciate them supporting little old me. You know what I mean?
And you saw my old running back. I can't believe I forgot his name, from St. Louis. He used to play for the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah.
Stephen Jackson.
Oh yeah, Steven
I
Jackson.
couldn't believe you knew him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I ran into Steven Jackson, man. He was a pretty cool guy, man. He was on my Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm glad he's doing right with his money.
Oh yeah, he had a 10-year career. So he was one of the lucky ones that had a 10-year career. So. Oh yeah, she said you talked to a lady from Fox Business. Yeah, we had Fox Business, man. I had Yahoo Finance. I had Dairy Queen CEO. I haven't put him out yet. I got a lot of cool people that supported me. So, I mean,
Yes, sir.
a lot of them wrote me before, but I didn't know. I thought they was playing. I didn't think they would really gonna meet up with me when I got there. But hey, they did playing, so.
Right. But man, appreciate you taking my call, though.
Man, no problem, man. Anytime.
All right.
All right, cool. The Investor Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This D Brooks calling from Alabama.
Dean Brooks calling in from. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dean Brooks. Why you didn't send me your email address? I mean your.
Yeah, I did. I did send my email address. At least I tried to. See, I'm at work, and I like my smartphone. Like I work at a aluminum plant, steam mill in Alabama.
Do you
And like
Because I know you're probably not cool with giving your mailing address out online, are you?
I give you my email address.
Yeah. Yeah. Write down his email address. Go ahead and give me your email address.
Flash Kid 158.
Black Kid.
Yeah, Flash Kid.
Oh, Flash
158.
Flash.
Yeah.
Flash.
Yeah,
Kid,
Flash.
Flash Kid 158. Yeah, I'm definitely going
At Gmail.
At Gmail.
At Gmail.
FLASHKID 158 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see your email. And I told you.
Hey,
and what did I tell you I was gonna give you?
I think it's a book, Wesley Learns. I think that was what it was.
Definitely. I'm gonna get a hardcover copy out to you. I got your email address. We're gonna see your email and say, hey, what's your email address? I mean, what's your mailing address? Let me know your mailing address.
Yeah.
And where you said you was calling from again?
Alabama.
Oh yeah, down there in Alabama, man. I see you out there working in the
Yeah, man. I started listening to your show like a year ago, man, and like I invested in my company, and you know, like this tariff tech hit us at my job because I work in aluminum. Well, anyway, like man, hey, I want to tell you, hey, I appreciate everything listening to you because man, I done made at least $6,000 just listening to you.
Man, $10,000. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and see that invoice over to. I'm just joking with you, man. Congratulations, man. I'm glad I could help you out, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm for real. Like I just stumbled across you on YouTube. Hey, I appreciate it. I never knew nothing about the stock market, and like just listening to you, you know, I just dribbled and dabbled with it, and hey, man, I'm addicted. You can tell I'm at work.
Oh yeah,
I'm already looking for more stocks to buy.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. You know, definitely. You know, you on the winning streak, man. Take advantage. You know, just be patient and be worried about the next market downturn, and that's your way to go in, man. That's really the time to really capitalize. You know, really capitalize. Look at the long term because you got to think about it. What do you think the top 1% is doing with their money every month? You know, take somebody like Buffett who's making $1 million a year. What do you think they're doing?
Buying stocks.
Exactly, right. They're not like, oh man, I just got paid. Let me go buy a suit. Let me go. They're looking for different ways. Most of the stock market is ran by the top 1%. And if you look at it, they don't lose.
Yeah.
When you look at long term, they don't lose. They have their downturns because think about it. Where else can you put your money that the president would care about? If the stock market was to go down today or tomorrow, what's going to be the number one thing on President Trump's desk?
Hey, and another thing too, like I just opened up one, like maybe less than a year, maybe 10 months ago. Opened up a mutual fund. I heard you talking about that too.
Yeah. What mutual fund do you have?
I can't think of it right offhand, but I guess man, start with an F. I ain't got it right here in front. I went to the credit union.
Okay. Now you got to think about it. D. Brooks,
I forgot the name of it, man. I just opened it up.
How much does that mutual fund cost you?
I got the cheapest one they had. It was $2,500.
Now that's how much was your initial investment. What is the expense?
Yeah. And I'm putting $35 a week.
Now I'm asking this question: what is the expense ratio on the mutual fund?
I think he told me I'm gonna get 85% in something, and like 14% on something else. I went high risk. I remember that.
Wait. No, not what is diversified in. What is the expense ratio? How much is that mutual fund charging you?
Now that's a good question. I don't know right offhand.
See, that's something you need to go back, figure out what is the expense ratio, because whatever company you brought it from, they're making money in some type of way, right?
Yeah. They're making money now.
You got to
I
ask.
know he said I wasn't gonna see no profit right now.
You got to ask yourself. A lot of them don't see profit because they taking the money out of your expense ratio. And what I want you to do today, I want you to take whatever mutual. When you find out whatever mutual fund that is, find out what the expense ratio is, right? Then once you find out what the expense ratio is, I want you to compare that mutual fund to the S&P 500 over the last 10 years. Because if you knew the symbol right now, I'll look it up for you now. But compare that thing against the S&P 500.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I look at that when I get back to the house, because like I'm at work now, I ain't got all that paperwork in front of me.
Oh yeah, definitely. And when we see this email to get your email address, to get your mailing address, I want you to tell me what that symbol is, and we'll look it up for you.
Yeah. I sure appreciate that, man.
No problem, man. Anytime.
Hey, I love your show. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. I'm for real, because you on another level, man. For real.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate it, man. What make you think I'm on another level?
Tell me, man, when you talking about investing, like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like a lot of people, like in my job, like they laugh at me when they say, "Oh, you ain't gonna make no money off the stock market," and I'm telling them, I'm like, man, look. The company ain't gonna give you no stock. You got to go out and buy it for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Because you know that company, you know aluminum better than Trump do.
So what now?
I said you know aluminum better than Trump do.
Oh yeah, it's in the boom.
Right. So you got to think about it. So when somebody talks,
I'm gonna tell anybody to invest in it.
So when you look at tariffs, right? You working at the company every day. You know these tariffs are to put you at an advantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know that, hey, I work in this aluminum every day. I come here every day. I know when they're hiring. I know when they're firing. I know when they make more
money.
Man,
we're hiring, man. This is no lie. We done hired at least 100 people in the last month and a half.
Exactly, see? So you know this is a booming industry. You know aluminum better than I know aluminum. So invest into what you know. You don't got to know everything. And some people get out here and be like, oh, I heard about this Chinese underwater whale stock, right? I heard about this Chinese underwater whale stock, so I'm trying to learn about that. Don't learn about that. You work at the company every single day. That would be like you worked at Coca-Cola for 30 years, but you never brought stock. Because as you move up in the company, guess what they're getting? Employee stock purchasing plans. They're getting stock options.
That's it. My company, they don't offer that, my company. So, but I will tell anybody that's listening to you, hey, find an aluminum company, I don't care who it is, hey, invest in it.
All right, y'all heard it. And for people out there who
we're booming. I'm man, this is no lie. I'm on 14 days straight. Mm-hmm. We done hired 100 people, finna hire 200 more.
Wow. See,
the work is here.
Exactly, man. I'm glad that that you're having success, man. Look at it long term. Don't think about nothing over time. Don't be emotional, and stick with it, man. Because you got to think about it. It's not becoming I heard Buffett say something very powerful. He was like, someone is standing in the shade today because someone planted for a tree yesterday. So the question and what they're saying is someone is living good today because of the labor or work that somebody else did yesterday. So when you're looking at yourself, your family, and stuff like that, you may not ever get that shade, but you got to plant it so you can have shade one day.
Right.
So definitely, man, I'm glad I could help you out, and we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. Hey, I'm gonna hit the like button every time I see your show, man. Hey, you got something positive going on.
Definitely, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your support, man. Appreciate you for calling in. I'm definitely going to see you my second book. So, I put out a new, I have a children's financial literacy book line, which we put out a book every 2 years. So it's Wesley Learn.
Okay, then.
We got
Hey, do you ever do like seminars or stuff like that? Maybe near Atlanta. I know you won't come to Alabama.
I see one day about going on tour. Maybe one day. But I do sometimes. Like I do a lot of schools. Like if you could see, probably like 2 or 3 videos ago, I was at Gateway High School here in Denver, Colorado, where we spoke to over 1,000 students. I did a Jones County High School down in Georgia. I may be,
Okay, I know what it's at.
I may be, how close are you to Tuscaloosa?
Well, actually, I live in Huntsville, Alabama.
How far is that from Tuscaloosa?
About probably 2.5 hours.
You a Bama fan?
No.
You ain't a Bama? What, you Auburn fan?
Auburn fan.
You an Auburn fan?
Yeah, I'm an Auburn fan.
Okay. Well, I may be down there at it was a guy who played for Alabama named LaRon McClain.
Yeah, I know him from Decatur, Alabama.
Yeah, he's a big fan on the show. He's been into the show, and I may be doing his high school next month, but we'll see. I may be in Tuscaloosa, but stay tuned. I definitely publish that if I'm going down to Tuscaloosa.
Hey, that's big. Hey, I'm gonna keep in contact. I'm gonna keep watching your show. Hey, I'm gonna try to come meet you, man. Hey, you doing something positive? And I'm gonna get up off here because I got to do a little bit of work. Hey, I just had to call in, man. Hey,
right.
Tell you I appreciate it, man.
Definitely appreciate it, man. Thank you, appreciate it.
All right.
All right, later. There we go. Okay, point-to-point transportation. He says, show me how it was done. Thanks for. So let me get into it. Let me hit on what he was saying all the way from Alabama. I definitely think Jay Fox was going on. KJ Black, you asking about managed mining? I don't know nothing about that. So if you want to come talk about it, you can call in and talk about it. Everybody said they need to invest. Message retracted. You talked to that lady from Fox Business who interviewed Buffett sometime. Yeah, think about it. Andy Sorey, he interviews Buffett. Liz Clayman from Fox Business interviews Buffett. Yahoo Finance. I've met a lot of people that I've seen sit down with Buffett that I watched on TV that's been on the show. So, but I want to hit on what he was saying about aluminum. These tariffs that Donald Trump is talking about. I know I spoke about it earlier, but these are what tariffs are. Tariffs, governments put in tariffs in order to give their domestic company an advantage. What I mean by that, right? America, we don't manufacture as much. We go overseas and we go out and buy all our stuff from China, right? We buy a bunch of stuff from China. Let's take batteries. We buy a bunch of batteries from China. China, their labor laws are different. They can work 14-hour days, get paid pennies on a dollar, so they can manufacture a lot of things for cheap. So as an American company, we will run over. Hold on one second. We got a caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, my name is Greg, and I'm from Indiana.
Dre from Louisiana. What's going on?
What was that?
I said, hey, thanks for calling in. What's going on? What's your question? What's on your mind?
All right. So I'm 18. I just graduated high school. I'm about to enter the military, and I don't have too much money to work with. I got bills to pay, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been learning about stocks. I've been learning about like E-Trade. I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad from Asian looking guy. I forgot his name, but
Robert Kiyosaki.
So I've been gathering all this information. Huh?
Robert Kiyosaki. That's who you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Kiyosaki. Yeah, that's his name. And so I've been looking at money differently, like looking what all liabilities are, assets, and I've been wondering, like, when should I invest? Because the only thing I've been doing so far is learning from people's mistakes, learning from people's success. Mm-hmm. So I don't know when to start. Like, and then I don't know what app I should use. What?
Okay. Well,
what to do.
And what was your name again?
Huh?
And what was your name again?
Greg Padilla.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks for calling in. I didn't know if you was a troll or not in the beginning. I was like, I don't know. So I get a lot of trolls nowadays. But the first thing is, what you should do while you're watching everybody, if I was in your shoes, if I was 18 years old, thanks for thinking about joining the military. I've been in the military 15 years now, So
Mm-hmm.
the thing about it is, if you're looking to invest while you're learning from everybody's mistake, the first thing you should start off with, the best advice I can give you, man, is to get into the S&P 500. That's a index. Get an index fund. Grab the best one that I know of right now is Charles Schwab. And if you want to learn how to do that or how to do that, you can use E-Trade or TD Ameritrade, right? Or even Robinhood,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the thing about it, if you open up an account with Robinhood, which is free trading, E-Trade or TD
Mm-hmm.
Ameritrade, move some money in every single month. Right now, you can invest into the index every single month for like $40, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would purchase that over and over as I'm learning, right? As you're learning, when you come into the military, they're gonna offer you the TSP. Sign up for the TSP,
Mm-hmm.
put all your money, invest all your money into the C fund, right? They're gonna ask you when you're in boot camp to sign up for it. Sign up for it, put your money into the C fund, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yes, Robinhood is commission free. So what I would do if I was to start today, I would sign up for a Robinhood app, right? Or E-Trade or TD Ameritrade. Robinhood is free. You can download the app right now today, start your account. I don't know if you, like you said, I don't have that much money, but if you have $40, you can purchase the index. And the symbol is SWPPXX. SWPPXX. That's the Charles Schwab Index S&P 500. It's only like $40 right now. So every month, $40 is like $10 a week. If you, I don't know what your financial situation is. If you can afford that, I would buy that every single week. Since you're 18 years old, you should be looking into technology
Yeah.
stocks. You should be into the S&P 500. Use things, and once you get into the military, now you can explore. So right now, while you're picking up books, while you're learning, you're young, you're 18, you know a lot about Facebook, you know a lot about Instagram. Well, Facebook and Instagram are the same company. You know a lot about Netflix,
Yeah.
Apple, right? Those are companies, those are technology companies. They're the ones that's usually going to grow the furthest. I will keep buying the index, and guess what's going to happen? Another market crash will happen. When that next crash happens, that's when you invest, you go balls to the wall. You push all your chips in, going to the index, going into technology, particular companies. And that's the way you're going to win that way, over time.
All right.
And when your dividends come, because they're going to pay you dividends, think about that. You're investing $40 a month,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to get paid dividends every single quarter. You don't take the dividends;
Mm-hmm.
you have the dividends, or you set up the dividends to be reinvested. I know on E-Trade you can automatically set up for your account to pay. You can say, "Hey, I want to pay 100. Don't matter every month, beginning of the month, buy me the index for $100." You can do that every single month, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so you can do that every single month. So pay attention to that. That's what I would do. That would be my best advice. S&P 500, market crash down. Yes, and when the market crash down, you put it into the drip plan. The drip plan is dividend reinvestment. But if I was my 18-year-old self, something I would tell my niece and my nephew, get into the S&P 500 right now and buy it every single month. Then as you grow, you can look into technology companies. Because right now, at 18, by the time you reach my age, I'm 33 right now. By the time you reach my age, you will see one or two market crashes, and you just keep going in from there. And then once you got your little stock purchasing plan, then you can venture out into real estate. You can venture out into all other type of ways of investing. But right now, for $40 a month, if I had $40 a month and I was 18 and I could only buy one thing, I would first start off with the index, and then I would graduate from the index, and I would look into technology companies. Then I would look into, the new industry. Marijuana is very hot right. It's not hot right now, but it's this underground thing that I think is going to have a great upside.
Yeah, I've been subscribed to your channel since like probably a year ago when I was 17.
Oh
In
wow!
the summer, because what's it called? I got like really motivated. Started like I'm into fitness a lot, so I
Okay.
started doing that. I cut off like all my friends. Got into investing. Like I knew about it before, but like everyone else, if you don't know about something, you don't go into it. So I decided to take a chance. I've been learning a lot. I've been liking the idea. Learned about penny stocks. So I'm not going to mess with that.
Oh yeah.
But
But I said, yeah, I definitely get you on that with the penny stock thing.
Yeah, I'm not that. I know how it works, but like I don't know how to do it. But I've seen your thing about it, and I'm probably not going to touch it because like I don't make that much money right now. I don't want to pay commission. I'm not sure if Robinhood's good with with penny stocks, so I don't really want to mess with that right now at my age.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
yeah, so I got like what was that?
I said, yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
So I got like really like into it, and then the Kawasaki guy, I learned about him, and just started learning a lot, and then I forgot where I was going with this.
Yeah. Man, you're doing good, man. You're at 18 years old and you're thinking about investing. Man, that's awesome. You're on an awesome path. And the more you immerse yourself into it, the more you listen, you know, you're so far ahead because most 18-year-olds don't even know about investing.
Yeah, right now all my old friends are probably getting drunk right now. I don't fuck with that. So, my bad. Sorry, my language.
Yeah.
But,
you know,
and yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I didn't care for that. You know, I'm going in the Marines. I want to learn, and then while I'm there, like I'm going to get money that way. And like, why put my money in a bank account where I can just keep earning me more? Make my money work for me, is what that one dude said.
Oh yeah, make your money work for you, and you're gonna get your dividends and get your dividends paid back to you. So you're on an awesome path, man. You know, if I was you right now today, you know, looking at ways to invest, man, think about it. You know, right now, if you start index investing right now, think about where you're going to be at in 10, 15, 20 years. You know,
Yeah.
I wish I'd have had somebody, when you get into the Marine Corps, they're going to offer you a thrift savings plan or whatnot. And when you get that thrift savings plan, put your money into the C fund. Remember, if you don't remember nothing else I say, I know they're going to offer you the L fund, G fund. Put your money into the C fund. The C fund is the common stocks, which is the S&P 500. And put some of your money into the C fund, and then put some of your money into the F, like 15% go into the F, and I would do about 85% or something like that into the C fund. And the reason why I say the F fund, you're putting some of your money in bonds so you can take advantage of the next market crash. Because think about it, if Walmart had a big sale right now tomorrow, and you don't have any money, what good is the sale?
Yeah.
Right? So
True.
that's the way you gotta look at it. You know, that's the way you gotta look at it. And I definitely appreciate it. So you're doing very good. You know, pick up the book by Peter Marlock, five mistakes that every investor makes and how to avoid them. Read Snowball by Warren Buffett. Read Unleashed by Tony Robbins. He has another one called 7 Ways to Master Money. Those are great ones, man. That you're going to listen to, and you're going to be light years ahead of everybody. You know, and staying tuned to this channel, learning different things, learning ways to simple.
Yeah, man, your channel been helping me a lot.
For real?
When I first started, I was like, all right, how would I learn this? And I just looked it up on YouTube, found your channel, and you explained everything well, and I was like, bet. So ever since that, last year, I've been subscribed. So thank you, man.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm going to definitely keep it coming.
All right. See you.
All right, cool. Thanks. All right, guys. That was another live caller. I think he said it was from, St. Louis, right? Did he say St. Louis? He said St. Louis? I think it was St. Louis or whatnot. But, yeah, definitely thank you guys for calling in. I'm glad I've been able to help some of you guys and girls and things like that. I know let me go back over the chat room here a little bit. Is SX no Sun Chase SWPPX. That's Charles Schwab. Let's do it. Let's do a Sierra Whiskey Papa X-ray. That's the symbol for Charles Schwab. Gregory the Mexican. Yeah, thanks, man. Anytime. The thing I like about the Charles Schwab, and the reason why I say that is because first of all, Gregory the Mexican. Yeah, thanks, man. Anytime. The thing I like about the Charles Schwab, and the reason why I say that is because Charles Schwab is the S&P 500, right? It's the S&P 500. The expense ratio is 0.03, very small. So the expense ratio is very small. It's the smallest that I have seen as of yet. If you know a smaller one, that's big. The second thing is no transaction fee, meaning that like if I was to go buy VU every single month, right, or every single day, every single week, each trade is going to charge me about $5, right? Every time I buy it, $5, $6, or whatever. So if I brought the ETF once a month for a year, how much am I paying? Simple math. 12 times 5, 12 times 4, whatever your transaction fee is. That's $60 that I'm paying in transaction fees. That's 60, and except if I did it for 5 years, that's 60 times 5, which is $300, just in fees alone, right? But the thing I could do is I could go back and take that same amount of money and put it right into the index. So for Charles Schwab, it's no transaction fee. And on top of that, Vanguard is like $230, right? Then, like Gregory, who just called in, he may not have $230. That's what you got to have every single month, plus transaction fees, depending on what's it's moving at. But if you invest into Charles Schwab, it's only like $41, $42, way cheaper. There's no transaction fee, and it's doing the same exact thing, right? So right now, that's the best one that I know. I was huge on Vanguard VU, and it's not bad. I just found something better. Like I learned about investing, I'm learning every single day. It's good, better, and best. You know, I go to Warren Buffett's meeting every single year, and that's great. You know, so not only is it great, but I do I meet a lot of great people, and I'm learning every single day. I'm a student of the game. Like I'm getting ready to fly out of here tomorrow morning and go learn some more about finances, being a financial specialist, all that other good stuff. So those are the things I wanted to think about. And let me see some other questions. Man, I've been on here an hour already. Thanks, man. Yeah, Snowball, the drip plan, yep, dividend reinvestment. Jay Fox says Robinhood don't feel transactions sometimes. See, I don't like that about Robinhood. You know, market crashes down, not up. That's true. Robinhood is commission free. Yes, it is. Robinhood is commission free. The company that are doing buybacks, will that affect us from buying shares? No, it will not. No, it will not. Many times, people buy back their stocks to soak up some of the stocks that are off the market, and also companies only buy back their stock if they think, most of the time, they think they're undervalued. My name is Cornell. I don't know anything about investing. How can someone trade in different countries, other markets? Yes, you can do that. ADRs. I think ADR stands for American Depository, whatever the case may be. But if you want to, yeah, with E-Trade, you can trade in the foreign markets. I may do another video on that, how to trade in foreign markets with TD Ameritrade. Oh, I almost hit my my power switch here. But yes, you can do that, and you can, using the American market, you can trade foreign countries like Japan, China, Europe. You can do that, or you can just get an index. And say, let me see. Joyce Dice says, 1 second. Okay, yeah, definitely, Peter. Like, I'm gonna write that down. How to trade in foreign countries. Okay. I have like 30 markers, and I got to keep cracking them open. What type of index fund do you recommend for people who are already retired? Joyce, I think that who's asked that question. What type of index fund for people who are already retired? Usually, people that are in retirement, they really don't want to take risk with their money, right? So most of the time, people who are in retirement, they may be more looking into something like a bond, like a total bond market, or something like that. They may like bonds. 1 second, write that down. Foreign markets. So prime example, you have some bonds out there, like BLV, I think. That's Bravo Lima Victor. That's the symbol. You may have some bonds out there that are paying like 3% in dividends, right? Um, if, by you paying 3% in dividends, those are people in retirement like those. They don't want to put their money into the S&P 500 and the market crash, and you already retired. You may need your money, so a lot of people don't like investing their money into like the S&P 500. More people are like conservative when they once they're in the retirement. They're more into capital preservation. They want to. They're not trying to put their money on the market. They're trying to keep their money in one particular place and it just gain interest off of it. And one way you can do that is with bonds. So you can have bonds coming in, things like that. So you may be interested into like a total bond index, which is something like a total bond index, which is something like you making money off of your bonds. Because where's you gonna if you have your money sitting in cash, what is it doing for you, right? So okay, Sunchase says, is it? Sunchase says, oh wait, let me get this back up. Is it realistic to have a mindset of paying for kids' college 15 years down the road through the stock market gains? Yes, Sunchase, you got to ask yourself the question of what's the alternative? If you're not going to use the stock market to send your kids to college, where else can I put my money? Right? Because investing, it comes down to four industries. When you look into investing, it's not rocket science. It falls up on the four industries. Either you're using the stock market, you are using real estate, you are using business. Either you're starting your own business, you're investing into somebody else's business, or you invest into yourself, sending yourself to college, developing some type of skill, some type of education, or something like that. All investing boils down to four. So if I'm looking to invest for my son's college, either I'm going to get him in real estate, some form of the stock market, which includes foreign companies, domestic companies, index companies, all these type of stuff. Or if I'm going to get into, what is someone going to get into? I'm just losing my train of thought there. Real estate, or I'm going to take the money to do something for myself. She said, I have my own business, but I want to put my money to work. Yes. Since you already have your own business, another passive way, I would definitely look into the stock market. You know, you can pass it down to your kids. There's different ways you can invest. Pass it down to your kids. Right now, if your kids are asking for a game every single month, use it. That's what I wrote my first book 3 years ago. When we were kids, we used to love Apple computers. We used to we wanted a PlayStation. We wanted EA Sports. We wanted a game. I challenge you as parents to look at some of the stuff you're buying your kids, looking to invest into those particular companies. Man, my son is always on Facebook. Man, we buy stuff off of Amazon every single month. And you keep doing that. Invest in what you use for your Peter Lee, that's very good advice. Invest into what type of business do you own? Go into what you know. You're like, what, for my business, I buy a lot of aluminum foil. Just hypothetical. I buy a lot of Clorox bleach. One thing I found very interesting at Warren Buffett's meeting was that hand sanitizer that everybody used at work. Everybody used hand sanitizer at the office. Everybody used hand sanitizer in the hospital. All of the stuff like that. And that's Buffett owns that company. That's crazy. The company that makes the gel for the hand sanitizer, Buffett owns it. I thought that was genius. When I saw the company there and I spoke to their CEO and CFO and things like that, it's like, yeah, Buffett brought us. We're the ones that make hand sanitizer for all the hand. That's crazy. Clorox bleach. I was talking to an old lady there who was talking about bleach, using bleach. Look at those things. Those are great things to invest in, right? So that's, look into what you're using. He's on Peter Lee. That was great advice. I got to give it to him. Look into what you're using around you. But anyway, I've been on here. I said 45 minutes, but I see that it's been now an hour and 10 minutes, and I can go for another hour and 10 minutes. I definitely appreciate everybody that called in. I'm glad that I didn't see that many trolls in the chat room and trolling me online today. because I like to put out positive energy and I like to get positive energy back. So I don't put out anything crazy, or at least I try not to. So I'm very glad for everybody that called in, the people that's been supporting me, the things that people been doing, all of the good stuff like that. So I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate everybody that's looking out and helping me out. So, uh, you know, let's get those trolls out of here. Okay, last question. How much weight should I put into the news like CNBC? CNBC, they're okay. You say, love the show, definitely appreciate it. They're okay, you know. I had some of them on my show, and sometimes when they say some good stuff, I try to share it. But you know, sometimes I don't want them to flag me down for sharing their videos and stuff like that. But you got to be very mindful of them. The thing about watching the news every day with CNBC is it plays on your emotions. One day they're going to have a CEO. They're going to be like, "Hey, look at this cybersecurity. Whoa, cybersecurity. Let me jump into cybersecurity, even though I don't know nothing about it. I saw this guy on CNBC talk about it, so you jump into it. Then you turn around and then they say, um, "Oh yeah, next week we have on somebody talking about healthcare." Now you jump into healthcare. Then they're talking about how good the market is doing, so you invest a bunch of money. Then the next week they're talking about how bad the market is doing, so you take out a bunch of money, right? So you got to be looking at it, those things very mindful, very, very mindful that it can play on your emotions. And when I came into the market, started investing in 2008, that's what happened to me. I was watching the news every day and they was talking about, and I was actually in Iraq myself, and they was talking about how we was in Iraq and Afghanistan, gas prices was high, unemployment was high, Lehman, all these companies on Wall Street going down. I'm like, man, the world is going to end, and I'm watching my money go down. So guess what I do? I sell everything because it played on my emotions. So you got to be very careful watching the news every single day. There's some good stuff that come on, but watching it every single day and oh look, the market is up and the financial industry is doing well, so you jump into that, it can play on your emotions. And the biggest enemy against an investor is themselves. So, but yeah, I hope they help you guys out. All right, I hope they help y'all out. But anyway, I gotta get out of here. I'm looking over this thing. I'm like, man, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's almost midnight. I thank you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Don't forget to hit that like, share this stuff if you like it. He said, I don't watch the news. I watch Amazon. That's good. Yeah, definitely appreciate you guys. Share this. Tell your friends about it. Let people know that you like it. You guys are the ones by supporting me. That's how I'm able to do the things I'm able to do as far as get some of the great guests that come on and be able to keep everything going and stuff like that. So I want to keep taking it to the top. Adrian Walker, thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody out there for tuning in. Good show, KG Black says. Yeah, definitely send me an email, KG Black. Definitely thank everybody for calling in. I'm trying to do this every single week. Y'all stay tuned for the next Prince Talk, and we'll be back. To the next video podcast, whatever you see me do crazy around the globe. Peace, be safe, I'm out. Thank you.